Good evening, friends. This is Altazar. It's Friday evening. It's the end of the week. It's a nice day today and tomorrow, hopefully, as well. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about the day of the week that you are born. If you were born on a Friday, for example, that's Venus Day. So there are interesting themes that come up in astrology related to the day of the week you're born, the day of the month that you're born, the sign that you're born under. But in this brief video and live Facebook, I'd like to just share about the days of the week. Many people actually don't know what day of the week that they were born on. I was born on a Monday, for example. So the day of the week that you're born on, it correlates with a specific planet. So I'm going to start actually on Monday and go through Sunday. And you can contact me through www.altazarastrology.com, and I'd be happy for free to tell you what day of the week you are born on. Or you might research that on your birth certificate. But it's another important factor in looking at the themes of a person's life purpose and getting to better understand ourselves and why we're here. So, as many of you know, I'm a spiritual astrologer, so I'm looking at a person's astrology chart and the symbols as they are associated with helping one understand better why you're here and the deeper meaning of your soul and your soul growth. So let's start with Monday. When you're born on Monday, which is Moon Day, and that correlates with the moon, it's indicative of those who are here to evolve their ability to gain emotional empathy and heighten their sense of emotional awareness. Another way to put it is understanding more deeply their feelings and how one's feelings are often a gauge for making better boundary decisions and as well discerning one's values for choices in life, whether it be where you live or the food you eat or the people you associate with or the friends that you connect with. So being born on Monday or Moon Day can often imply that you're kind of a lunatic, in a sense that you are operative or connected to the cycles of the moon. And that means that you're meant to be a deep feeling person, or at least to evolve a greater depth of feeling and expression of feeling, whether that comes through the arts and music or poetry, or as a psychotherapist and counselor and or as a real estate salesperson who has to appraise people's feelings and needs regarding living situations. So these are themes related to being born on Moon Day or Monday. Now we're going to move on to Tuesday. So Tuesday is Mars Day. So every day of the week correlates with a planet, and Mars Day or Tuesday implies that you're someone who is here to be a kind of activist. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on Mars Day or Tuesday. So Mars Day implies that you're here to evolve the sense of personal initiative, the sense of being able to be self-reliant, more self-contained, less dependent on what other people think about you or the need for approval on the part of other people. it implies that you may have a karma of having been a little too overly accommodating to the expectations of others, even to the extent of being somewhat martyr-like or overly self-sacrificing. So being born on a Tuesday means that you're really here to be taking initiative in your life. Many entrepreneurs are born on Tuesdays. These are people who are inventive and pioneering spirits and thrive on the notion of the creativity that comes from their own unique individuality. And that's not for everyone. This is just a theme for those born on Tuesday. So if you're born on Tuesday, there's an underlying theme of self-reliance, initiative, inventiveness, being a pioneering spirit. And as well, it can imply evolving greater physicality, such as sports and recreation, and or evolving greater physical strength in one's body, and paying more attention to one's energetic physical vitality. Welcome, Jeb. Glad you're here. So we're moving on to Wednesday now. Wednesday is Mercury Day. So when you're born on a Wednesday, you can be a rather restless type of person. Wednesday implies that you have an innate sense of curiosity about the meaning of things. It's like the 2-year-old who's saying, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" You know, always asking questions and wanting to know and understand. So as a Wednesday person, you are a person who is here to evolve social networking and the ability to be a communicator and evolve that sensibility of acquiring knowledge and information that can be used to inform, enlighten, and uplift, as well as evolving greater awareness of how to communicate that touches people, rather than just sharing lots of information that you don't necessarily appraise whether the people are receptive to. So Wednesday people also have a calling to transcend what one Buddhist teacher says is the tail wagging the dog. So Wednesday people can have a proclivity to having too much attachment to their intellectual or conscious mind, to the neglect of connection to the heart and deeper wisdom. So the calling is to center in deeper wisdom and use that center to then share appropriate information at the right time. Well, now we're going to move on to Thursday. So Thursday is Jupiter Day. So when you're born on a Thursday, it implies that you're someone who is somewhat inclined to have a loftier sense of consciousness, or a desire to understand the greater magnitude of the world, and it's the day of those who are here to have a kind of ministry, if you will, if not expansive exploration of the understanding of the meaning of life. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're here to be specifically a religious minister, although some born on Thursdays are. But it implies that you're here to find some kind of calling that connects you to a meaningful type of service. That could be walking dogs at the Humane Society, or working with the homeless, or it could be involved in terms of selling health and nutrition products, and having a kind of ministry to help uplift people's understanding of health and nutrition. It could be about someone who has a degree in environmental and ecological sciences and is out there helping people become more conscious of how to relate to the environment in a healthy and ecological manner. So there are all kinds of ministries in life, but when you're born on a Thursday, it implies the desire to attain and evolve knowledge that uplifts and is an agent of compassion or progress for people or yourself in some capacity. Now we're moving on to Friday. Today is Friday, yippee. Friday is Venus Day. So when you're born on a Friday, that implies love, romance, beauty, art, creativity are calling for some dimension of your expression. It can be sociability and relationships. It can be a mix of culture and evolving social tactfulness and trends in terms of culture, aesthetics, fashion, arts, and the connections that people make in relating to each other in a personal way. It certainly does involve finding the proverbial soulmate, or at least close and significant and meaningful relationships. And many people born on Friday do either avocationally or directly professionally engage the arts and maybe painters, writers, theatrical types, and or might be involved in public relations or sales, or involved in retail, clothing, jewelry, and the other accoutrements of beauty. And or may be involved in some professional practice that facilitates mediation and or relationships in like a marriage, family, or child counselor in the psychotherapy realm. So Friday is the day of love, beauty, harmony, peace, creativity, the arts, etc., and evolving greater sociability and tactfulness. So now we are moving to Saturday. Now Saturday is one of the only days that, it's pretty clearly connected to a planet, Saturn Day. So when you're born on a Saturday, Saturn Day, that's serious business. That means you're here to really understand your karma. You're really here to understand there might be something quite significant in your past lives or in your soul growth evolution that is about healing and taking responsibility that can then be further promulgated into society as a form of political, economic, and social responsibility. That's the big word for Saturnian people. So it's not meant to be, a bad thing. Mahatma Gandhi was born on a Saturday, the great liberator of India. And so, Gandhi had a deep, hard karma associated with needing to correct his understanding of the use of violence associated with political and or religious movements and activism. So therefore he becomes the great teacher of passive nonviolent resistance to economic and or political exploitation. So people who are born on Saturdays often have a protracted life in terms of challenging life experiences, perseverance through education and training, that as well as their organizational and other affiliations, to build over time strength and a sense of how to wield power and influence to hopefully, in the positive light, be a leader or an activist towards progressive political, economic, and or spiritual upliftment and change in society. Well, finally, we are at Sunday. Sunday. Pretty simple, straightforward. So when you're born on Sunday, congratulations. It's a great day to be born because it implies that you have a pretty good solid karma. You have a sense of identity strength, containment, a sense of confidence in your identity expression, and a calling to further cultivate your creativity and the positive self-esteem and self-worth that you can emanate through your profession. And that profession might involve being in a leadership or managerial position, or it can be through the theatrical arts, as a singer, entertainer, or actor. It can imply as well that because of your charisma and sociability, facilitating that in society, and finding growth through a positive romantic and relationship experience. So be that sunny disposition, and or if for some the day you're born is a calling to evolve that energetic expression. So Sunday people, if you're not already animated and exploring the self-reliant kind of independent inspirational expression, get on it, get positive. You're here to show that kind of strength. And that can also be involved in your recreational experience as well. So that completes my 7 days of the week exploration of the symbolism of the weekday that you're born. Again, you're welcome to contact me, altazarastrology@gmail.com. That's ALTAZAR, ASTROLOGY@gmail.com, or go to my website, www.altazarastrology.com. And I'll be happy to let you know what day of the week you were born, and even give you a free sample reading. So I also want to mention on Tuesday, August 1st at 8:30 p.m., I will be doing another live Facebook broadcast, which I've invited friends, and you can invite others. It'll be open to the public to tune in at 8:30 on Tuesday, August 1st, for the presentation I'm going to do on astrology revealing the mother wound and the deeper symbolism of the position of your moon position in your astrology chart, as it indicates your karma associated with why you had the mother you had in this lifetime, for good or for challenge, and how that's a reflection of lifetimes of how you have projected your personality, as well as how you've approached dealing with your emotional needs in terms of even choices associated with living situations, your health, diet, nutrition, and to what extent you are open to the vulnerability of your feelings and expressing those feelings. So it's going to be quite a deep and interesting evening. That's 8:30, Tuesday, August 1st. The Facebook Live, just look for on the calendar that event and tune in at that time. So thank you for being here, and namaste.